like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
At Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky, we believe in treating our customers like family. As a family-owned dealership for 60 years, we offer top-notch customer service and a friendly, knowledgeable staff. From sales to service, we're here to meet all of your automotive needs. Come on in and see our new and quality pre-owned vehicles, or check us out at jackburford.com.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels. It's in here. Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day, and welcome into Madison Central High School for some high school hoops action here on WBON TV. Along with JT Elliott, I am Michael Watkins, and JT, we're back here for the second straight Friday, and last week, of course, Madison Central's girls losing to Frederick Douglass. Tonight, they welcome in the Dunbar Lady Bulldogs into Richmond, looking to get some more momentum as we close out the regular season next week.
And Madison Central still #1 in the RPI for the 11th region. They've had that win streak snap, and now they're on a new one. Everything is new. It's a clean slate at this time of the year. And tonight's a clean slate against Dunbar, facing Eric Daniels' team, who was a University of Kentucky basketball player. They have to come out and show why they're #1 tonight.
Yeah, I think you come out and listen, Dunbar, they're outmanned tonight. 3 of their starters are not playing this evening, so that'll be an issue for Dunbar. And as you said, for Madison Central, when you're the favorite, a lot of times you can kind of get into a little bit of a lull. But this is their final home game of the regular season, hoping to have one back here in 2 weeks when they would potentially be hosting a first-round 11th region game. But you want to come out, take care of business, get back in the win column, and kind of build some momentum with the district tournament rolling right around the corner. We're here live on WBON TV. Hope you're having a great Valentine's, and hope you are joining us here live for some high school basketball action. We'll step aside and come back for the tip-off on the other side on WBON TV.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram, or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence, to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Welcome back into Madison Central High School. WBON TV here for a doubleheader tonight. It's the girls and boys from Madison Central taking on Dunbar and JT Elliott. We're expecting 2 good ones here, a pair of 11th region foes, and hopefully the Lady Indians and the Indians can get back in the win column and try to build some wins and get some momentum as the regular season comes to a close in 7 days from today.
This is the time of year you need to be playing your very best basketball. The times for improvement are over. So let's take Dunbar, for example. If you look at some of their losses earlier in the season, they lost by only scoring 23 points and 32 points. Now, in their losses, they're scoring 44, 46 points. So you can see improvement there. Again, you should be playing your very best basketball. My keys to the game, and I like to be a straight shooter at this time of the year, things need to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
And you've got to have offensive production. So my 2 keys that I want to see for Madison Central, who should win this game, free throw percentage at least at 70%. That's 7 out of every 10. And then they shoot the ball well. They're at 48%, but let's get that just slightly up to 50, 51%. So we're over half of our shots are going in.
Got to find a way to do what you said. And I think for Central, some of these young girls, if they can get some more experience here in the last week of the season and be ready when your name is called potentially in that district tournament. There's one thing that I think Central really kind of needs to improve on. It's their depth. That could hurt them in the postseason. If you get Ridrikoff or one of the Campbell twins or Strader in foul trouble, who steps up for them? Could it be Collingsworth? Could it be King? I think now is a good time to kind of build some momentum for them as well and get them some experience before the postseason begins.
Absolutely. You have to have that depth, as you said, when an injury occurs or if foul trouble occurs. Someone's got to be able to fill that gap, and that's what you want to see tonight. I would like to see the Lady Indians come out, take care of business early, because this is a very, very young Dunbar team against a experienced and veteran Lady Indians team. So take care of business. Let's get to that running clock, and let's get everybody some playing time for what could possibly be the last time on this court. But if you want to prevent that from being the last time, take care of business from here on out.
Central, as you said, still the #1 team in the 11th region according to the RPI. We'll see how things shake out tonight as Brooke Campbell will tip it off with number 22, Ava Rankin. Rankin, the obvious size advantage. Of course, Skylar Collingsworth getting the start tonight for Madison Central. No Jordan Miles, out with an illness, which has been going around right now. It's kind of coming at a bad time for this Madison Central basketball team, but they'll work defensively on the opening possession. Go inside to Rankin and misses the layup. Strader able to a good job on the box out. Long pass up to Campbell, almost traveled with it. Gets it over to her sister Britt, who knocks down, or almost knocked down the long three. Ball tipped around. Campbell got it right back. Dishes it off to Ridrikoff off the glass and in, and Central strikes first.
Good ball movement, but you can tell Dunbar is going to go to Rankin because of that size.
Turnover early on. The press doing its job, and Strader traveled with it. That's one thing that you don't want to do on the fast break when you got an easy opportunity. Missed the layup, and now Central will settle back in with Brittany Campbell at the top of that 1-2-2 press, see if they can force another turnover. Dunbar able to work it up the floor, get an open look from three. That's knocked down. Pretty shot by Kurtzinger. And Dunbar takes a 1-point lead, 3-2. Brittany Campbell back on the other end. Can't answer. Ridrikoff battling for the rebound. Rankin pulls it down. And Dunbar back the other way. Behind the back dribble, she'll lay it off to Yaden. Pass over on the right side. Now kicked into the corner. It's Flynn. Flynn guarded by Brittany Campbell, who's 0 for 2 from the field. Flynn drives in on Campbell and gets the basket to fall. And a 5-2 lead for Dunbar. Here's Collingsworth. She'll take an open three. Comes off. Central 0 for 3 from beyond the arc in the first 90 seconds. If all three been good looks from good shooters. Kurtzinger on the drive, and she's fouled. 2 free throws coming up, and kind of a sloppy start for Madison Central, JT.
Yes, and you let Dunbar. It was a broken play because Yaden wanted a screen at the top of the key. She was signaling for it. She didn't get the screen, but they made lemonade out of lemons and attacked the left side gap and was able to get an easy layup.
Kurtzinger at the line, makes the first. Got one more free throw coming up.
I'd really like to see the Lady Indians, and I think they will push the pace. Collingsworth is extremely fast, and then you have a lot of other athletic girls as well. I know Collingsworth's not the usual starter, but she can move, so push the speed of the game.
Ridrikoff open, didn't take the shot. They feed it inside to Strader. Natea to Ridrikoff, who was cutting in. We got some action underneath and a whistle. Foul on number 3. That is Riley Smith picking up the personal. Talked about Central getting out in transition. They've been pushing the ball a couple of times, though. Brooke Campbell, instead of trying to drive in herself, has slowed it down and kicked it out. Strader now on the drive herself. And she turned it over. Stolen away by Kurtzinger. Kurtzinger picked up by Collingsworth. Good point guard for Dunbar. And almost another turnover by the Lady Bulldogs. Instead, they try to feed it into Rankin. It's kicked, and Dunbar will set it back up.
If Dunbar gets a basket here, and I'm Coach True, I'm calling a timeout.
Yeah. Smith will inbound. I agree with you on the TO if they get a basket here. Ball in the hands of Flynn. She'll drive all the way and knock it off the glass. No timeout from Coach True. Instead, a long pass up the floor to Strader, and Atea missed the layup. Central, you can tell they're just so sloppy here in the early going. Ball back in the hands of Flynn. Able to take it away from Ridrikoff. Now it's Yaden. Nearly turned it over herself. Back to Flynn. Flynn kicked into the corner to Smith. Now back to Smith in the corner again. Her and Flynn just playing some monkey in the middle with Ridrikoff. Floater comes off. Campbell grabs the rebound. Long outlet pass to Ridrikoff, and count the basket and a foul. You could tell the game plan has been to force this ball up the floor. They have done so with a purpose.
But one thing I have to be critical of on the Lady Indians is there's been several shots in the paint, in the box, and you cannot allow that penetration. Other than the Rankin matchup, you have the size advantage on 4 out of 5 players, so they should not be able to penetrate into the paint.
Oh, Campbell and think that Smith bumped heads. It was actually Yaden. I bumped our camera, JT. Garrett did a good job of keeping it under control. 5:18 to play in the first. A 5-point lead for Dunbar.
Even the professionals make mistakes, Mr. Watkins.
Here's Brooke Campbell with it. Looking inside to Strader, posting up, has the mismatch. Natea forces up the shot, showing her strength as she's able to lay it in off the glass and cut that Dunbar lead to 3.
Good players can play through contact, and that is Natea Strader right there.
Ertzinger with it in the corner. Throw it back to Flynn. Finds Yaden at the top of the key, and she turns it over, stolen away by Brooke Campbell. Now it's in the hands of her sister, Brittany. Brittany picks up her dribble, gives it off to Collingsworth. Skylar, baseline drive, found herself underneath. And she says, nobody will pick me up. I'll turn around and lay it in off the glass, 9-8. With the lead, Dunbar and the basketball. And a quick timeout, Eric Daniels, the former legend at the University of Kentucky, was a great basketball player under Tubby Smith. A quick 30-second timeout, JT, and it looks like now that Central has kind of settled into things here on their last couple of possessions, able to get it inside once to Strader. That time Collingsworth on the penetration herself, and they've cut that deficit down to 1.
You can tell the experience factor versus the less experience of Dunbar on the Collingsworth basket because she went baseline, and you could tell she went so deep into the baseline, she was looking to pass, which is what you have to do. If you go a little bit past the glass, you're not going to get that shot, but no one picked her up. And she had time to adjust. She even did the head look of, there's no one here, I can shoot it.
So 9-8 your score, a 1-point lead for Dunbar. They've got the basketball, but Central turning up the pressure once again. Ball in the hands of Layla Flynn. Double teamed, ball's loose. Body's diving for it. Campbell knocked it loose again. There's 4 Lady Indians defending. Kurtzinger gets in the lane, and she's fouled. 4 bodies went after the loose ball, allowing Dunbar to pick up some numbers. And free throws coming up for Kurtzinger. Second team foul on Madison Central. First free throw comes off.
Here's a question for you, Mr. Watkins. Speaking of Eric Daniels, he played for the Sacramento Kings, and the year that he played, they made the playoffs. Who knocked them out of the playoffs?
King. At the Lakers?
No, sir. I'll give you a second guess here.
Campbell going to take the 3. That time able to knock it down. Trying to think around that time frame, the Mavericks were good. The Rockets were kind of in that time frame, pretty good basketball team. The Suns, could it be the Suns?
Was not. Rankin misses it. Easy layup there, and I would like to see Dunbar go to her much more often.
A 3 or 4 inch size advantage. Strader driving in, and free throws coming up for Natea. That's a part of her game, JT, that she's really added this season, is getting to the free throw line. But at the moment, her team on top 11-9, following the Campbell three-pointer and a pair of free throws coming up for Strader.
I love that she plays through contact.
Yeah.
I can't say that enough. When you're a senior and you play in a region this competitive, you better be able to play through contact and not be scared to drive it in. So I really like that about Natea Strader. The reason you did not get tonight's trivia question is primarily because this team no longer exists.
Wow, I'm still stumped.
The Seattle Supersonics.
Ah, okay. And 06, is that what it was?
No, 05.
05, okay.
A team that needs to return to the NBA.
Yeah. 13-9. I was trying to think. Around that time frame, Steve Nash was running things with the Suns, Kobe and the Lakers, Dirk and the Mavs. Could have said the Spurs too, I guess. Here's Campbell with it for the Lady Indians. Long pass at the floor to Strader. And you can tell, JT, they're really starting to get into a rhythm now. Long pass at the floor. This time Strader able to finish. It's 15-9. Lady Indians on a nice run here. And another steal. Another outlet to Strader. Another basket for Natea. 17-9 Madison Central.
Steal, long pass, one dribble, layup.
13-0 run. Strader with another basket to make it 19-9. And there's a timeout, Eric Daniels. Lady Indians putting on a fury on a 15-0 run, and they lead by 10 on WBON TV.
It's time to winterize your home. And Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration is here to make sure that your home is ready for when the snow and everything that comes with this time of year finally makes it our way. Call today and schedule a free inspection and consultation with an honest source that is willing to make sure you get what you need. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Like them on Facebook or visit KentuckyRoofWorks.com for more information.
Back on WBON TV. As Lady Indians putting on this full court press, and they've really started to cause some havoc defensively and turning those turnovers into points. Another steal, another layup inside.
Dunbar was so frustrated coming into that timeout and back-to-back turnovers out of the timeout.
Collingsworth to Campbell to Ridrikoff. Cam to Campbell in the corner. Brittany's three-pointer knocked down one a moment ago. Missed. And her sister Brooke says, I'll take care of that, sis. And the offensive rebound turns into 2 more points for Madison Central. That ball went off Dunbar, I thought.
Very nice box out by Brooke Campbell. That's why she got that offensive rebound, is because of her positioning. And when you are in position that close to the basket and you get the rebound, you take it straight back up. That's what she did for the 2.
Tiana Long with the deflection. You checked back into the game. Now it's Campbell. Defending up top, her and Long on the trap of Flynn, trying to force another turnover. Dunbar had a 9-4 lead. It's now 23-9 Madison Central.
The sloppy play at the beginning has been cleaned up. This is the Central team that we were expecting to see this evening.
Flynn on the right wing, kicks it into the corner. Looking around, got a couple of subs in there for Dunbar now as Alexander kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way. Nice shot put up by Rush. And then a turnover at the other end. Campbell tried to force it into Strader. Flynn will be blocked by Campbell. Good defense by Madison Central. It'll turn into an easy 2 at the other end for Strader.
Well, when Central gets their hands on the ball defensively, they immediately go into attack mode like a pack of wolves on meat.
Long gets an easy steal. Brittany Campbell lays it off to Ridrikoff. Cam blocked, and it'll be Central possession as they didn't call it on one, and I think Coach Daniels might have been a little upset if they had called a foul there against one of his players. They let them play on, and Central will inbound right in front of the Dunbar bench. Ridrikoff will come into Strader on the near side block. Natea missed a shot, got her own rebound, threw up a wild one, and drew the foul.
Again, not afraid of contact. She does not care that you have a body on her. She knows she can go up strong with the ball and get a good look, if not draw the foul.
Minute 16 to play. Strader puts in the first free throw. Minute 16 now left in the first quarter. JT Elliott, Michael Watkins, wishing you a happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for spending it with us. If you've got us tuned in here on this February 14th, 2025, a 27-12 lead for the Lady Indians over Dunbar with now nearing a minute to play in the first quarter. Rush misses. Flynn the offensive rebound. She'll drive it out back to the wing. Double teamed by Campbell and Ridrikoff. Kick it out. 3-pointer on the way, and it's in. Pretty shot put up by Haley Lamb, the 8th grader for Dunbar, but quickly Central back the other way. Dunbar not getting back on defense, and 2 more points for the Lady Indians.
You had to like the dropped wrist for Lamb there that put the backspin on the ball.
Rush had it kind of wedged in between the rim and the backboard there on the layup attempt. Might have to get Coach Daniels to, Feldhouse will take care of that. Jake going to show off the leaping ability here.
I thought they might bring you down, Mr. Watkins.
Well, I'm still packing a little holiday weight right now, JT, so we'll give me a couple of weeks. I might be able to get up there and get it.
Well, I would be lucky to touch the net, so you're better than I.
Eric Daniels can probably still get up some.
I don't know how his knees are.
That's true. That's true. If he's probably, late 30s, early 40s maybe?
I'd say early 40s.
Rankin. He was part of those Kentucky teams with Tubby when they had, Chuck Hayes, Gerald Fitch, Keith Bogans. He and Chuck Hayes used to really work that, high post, low post, 2-man game.
Mm-hmm.
Campbell's got it. The Strader, Natea at the elbow. Back to Campbell. Feed it inside quickly to Long. Great ball movement. Ends up in a Ridrikoff 3-pointer. Knocks down the long ball. 32-15. Man, what a last 6.5 minutes for Madison Central as Lamb knocks down another 3 herself. Man, she can shoot the ball. The 8th grader cuts the deficit down to 14. Campbell's 3-quarter court heave won't go down as the first quarter comes to a close. Madison Central a 32-18 lead after one, a high-scoring affair on WBON TV.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
Back here on WBON TV, Michael Watkins and JT Elliott. And JT, earlier today, they had the pairings up for the state Sweet 16 tournament, the 11th region drawing the 3rd region. Some other regions will see 13th versus 14th, the 15th region versus the 10, and the 2 versus the 9. Also got 12 versus 3, the 2nd versus the 1st region, the 15th versus the 7th. On the girls' side, and then 6 versus 9. So some interesting matchups there in the Sweet 16, which will take place in mid-March at Rupp Arena.
If you're not familiar with the 3rd region, just think Owensboro.
Hollingsworth, 3 won't go. Dunbar battling right now, hanging in as Brittany Campbell finds an open look, can't knock it down. And we've got a foul on Strader, and Natea kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time there as he draws the personal.
What I've seen matchup-wise is I still don't think Dunbar is using Rankin as they should. She's not even in the game right now. She scored the first 2 points. The mismatch was obvious. Dunbar attacked early to the paint. What they're doing now is all threes. Rankin's back into the game.
That's a screen here for Flynn. But, yeah, most of their points there late in the first quarter came from beyond the arc.
Yep, they had success getting into the paint, and they pulled it out. And that's a tribute to the Lady Indians defense. For Central, it's all about getting a hand on the ball to create the turnover and get it down court quickly.
Rankin, size advantage on Campbell, missed the layup. And the shot put back up and in. Nice rebound by Yaden and a timeout. Coach Scott True doesn't like what he's seen from his team as they've let the Bulldogs hang around 32-22 in a quick 30-second timeout. 7:03 left to play. Don't forget, coming up in our nightcap, a doubleheader here at Madison Central High School. Following this girls' game, the same two schools will face off in boys' basketball. And we'll see if the Indians, who have lost 2 straight games, they've lost 5 of their last 9. They're 4-5 in their last 9 games. We'll see if the boys' team can get back in the win column later on this evening versus a Dunbar team that they knocked off by a lot back in their Christmas tournament on this floor.
And I called that game. And in Dunbar, you can call it retooling, rebuilding, trying to find your identity. It's not the Dunbar of old with Cameron Mills or Scott Chalk being the head coach when they won that state title. They've really struggled this year. So you imagine that the Indians will come out and roll tonight.
Collingsworth bounced it to Campbell, kicked to Long. Corner 3, open look, knocked down by Tiana Long. Didn't have Tiana last weekend when they were taking on Douglas on this floor. Of course, Tiana's grandma had passed away, so obviously a bad reason for missing, but a reasonable reason for missing, obviously. But continue to remember that family in your thoughts and prayers. And they're glad to have her back out there. A really important piece to this team coming off the bench, providing some defense and some dead-eye shooting as we saw on the last trip down from Madison Central. Redrikoff up top to Campbell. Back to Cam over on the left wing. Now to Brooke Campbell at the elbow. Feed it to Long. Tiana had Redrikoff open underneath, but not a good angle at it. Now it's swung back over to Collingsworth here on the near side. Deep look at a 3. That comes off. Ball tipped around. Redrikoff to Long. Tiana bounce pass Cam. Beautiful basketball by Madison Central.
Such good ball movement. Everybody getting a hand on that ball, that possession. You got to love the unselfish play. Doesn't matter who scores, just somebody put it in the basket.
Collingsworth on the attack for Central. Campbell. That inside to Red. Oh, beautiful pass again. And Brittany Campbell can't knock down the open 3. Kicked out to Collingsworth on the offensive rebound. And Schuyler's 3 comes off. But the ball tipped off of Dunbar. It'll stay on this end with Central.
I remember Rick Pitino always saying that was the 3-pointer he really wanted when you get the offensive rebound, kicking it back out because more people are coming into the box fighting for that rebound, so you have a little bit more time to establish your shot on that put back 3.
Cuts open. Now it's in the hands of Brooke Campbell. Swung over to Brittany at the elbow. Kicked out to Redrikoff. Brooke Campbell wide open. She'll drive in, spin it out to her sister Brittany in the corner. Draws a double team, kicks it back out to her sister Brooke. Now Collingsworth with it straight away. Bounced down to Long. Now it's in the hands of Brittany Campbell to Brooke. Kicked out to Cam. Again, great ball movement. And it ends with a 3-pointer for Cameron Redrikoff. Man, the ball movement for Central in these last few possessions has been some great basketball and showing you why they're the top team in the 11th region. Flynn splits a triple team. Gets it down in the corner. Now it's in the hands of Yaden. Her 2-point shot comes off. And Brooke Campbell clears it out to her sister Brittany. Long pass up to Long. Tiana couldn't handle the pass, and therefore the shot came off. Tiana hits the deck hard at midcourt. She is slow to get up as Brittany Campbell outlets it to Redrikoff. Cam off the glass, and she'll shoot a pair of free throws as Tiana Long kind of checks herself out.
I don't see a substitution coming for her.
Yeah, Strader still on the bench right now for the Lady Indians. Cam at the line with her team on top by 18. A big lead for the Lady Indians here on their home floor. First free throw is good for Redrikoff. 41-22, 4:17 to play in the second quarter. Second shot is up, and that one comes off. But a lane violation will allow her for another free throw attempt.
And you'll take that. If they'll give it to you, you take it.
Central able to get the
Another
steal
turnover.
with Collingsworth. Schuyler will back it back out to Brooke Campbell with 4:06 to play. Halfway through the second period in Richmond. Madison Central continuing to pour it on here against Dunbar. Trailed 9-4. It's been all Madison Central since. Another basket inside for Cameron Ridderikoff, 43-22. Pass up to Yaden. She'll drive in, kick it out to Kurt Singer. Bounce pass is kicked by Long, so it'll stay with the Lady Bulldogs with 3:39 left to play in the second quarter. Here on the near side, Kurt Singer's got it. And we've got a turnover by Dunbar. Basketball will go back over to Madison Central, who at the moment, 3:32 left to play in the first half, lead 43-22.
When you're a young player, you're just not used to the speed of the game. And that's what you can see from Dunbar with the turnovers.
Collingsworth misses the open three. Brittany Campbell got her the offensive rebound, but missed the layup. Central's missed a few of those easy opportunities inside tonight, JT, despite the big lead.
And there's another one.
Get into Brooks. She didn't take the shot. Instead, Cameron Ridderikoff will drive in, and a chance to her to add to her stat line. Free throw to come, and an old-fashioned three-point play opportunity for Cameron Ridderikoff as Madison Central now on top 45-22. We near the 3-minute mark here in the first half.
And this is one of the stats that I want to see at halftime. Are you shooting at 70%? Are you above your average of 63% at least?
Ridderikoff does cap off the three-point play. And checking in, Alexander once again for Dunbar. Heading to the bench is Haley Lamb, who knocked down a couple of three-pointers here in this quarter.
She's had a beautiful shot, Lamb has.
Dunbar with it. In the hands of Smith. Riley driving in, kicking it out to Alexander with it now. Back is Smith. Fed inside, kicked out to Elise Gorey. Backing her way inside. Smith missed the layup. Brooke Campbell, long pass to Collingsworth. Schuyler, one dribble and missed the layup. Good job by Dunbar. That time they pretty much sent the house on a blitz type package to.
You could tell Collingsworth was a little timid with the pressure coming. Again, playing through contact. Be used to that contact. Don't be afraid of it.
Smith tries the three-pointer, comes off. On the last possession, Collingsworth, had she not put the dribble down, JT probably would have been much better off. Gets inside again here, missed it, but Brooke Campbell gets the offensive rebound and draws the foul. Collingsworth struggling a bit from the field, but she's had a ton of good looks, JT.
Yes, she has to finish, though, and she cannot be afraid to dribble that in and take the bump.
The lovely Samantha Burford is here. Decided she could not be without me on this Valentine's Day. Got her headphones in. I guess she's listening to us, JT. I don't know. Maybe she's listening to some Taylor Swift.
I think she would be better off listening to us.
47-22. We dip under 2 minutes to play. I know the biggest Swiftie in the building's got to be the guy to your right.
I don't know if Mr. Hill comes across as a Swiftie to me.
Gorey with the offensive rebound. Put back attempt. Won't go. Kicked over to number 2, Alexander now. She'll drive it in. In trouble. Out to Smith. Yaden will use the screen. 90 seconds to play now in the first half. Good screen by Gorey as Kurt Singer kicks it over to Smith on the right wing. Now Yaden will drive in, kick it out. Three-pointer on the way. Comes off. Ridderikoff the rebound. Outlet to Campbell. Brooke has to kind of contain the dribble. Finds Tiana Long. Now Ridderikoff. Cam drives in. Too hard off the glass. Missed the shot. Yaden with the rebound. Here comes Dunbar back the other way.
Under a minute to go.
Alexander will slow things down. Picked up her dribble in a bad spot. Campbell twins are both there. Alexander got her dribble back, but missed the shot. And Brooke Campbell will clear it out for Madison Central with 45 seconds to play in the first half.
Will they hold for the last shot?
Looks like they will, unless King wants to fire it up. She will. Missed the shot, however. And the rebound hauled in by Smith.
She was wide open. Why not take that shot?
Got a 25-point lead here at the half at the moment. So I agree with you. No reason to not try to add to it. Long defending on Alexander. Campbell fell to her backside. Got back up and now defends. Now Brittany defending Smith. Kurt Singer almost went backcourt with it. 7 seconds. Dunbar's got to get a shot off. Yaden, the floater off the glass is good from the free throw line, and the first half comes to an end. Madison Central way out in front, 47-24. And Samantha Burford down there to talk to Coach Scott True.
Some sloppy play at the very beginning of this game, but the ball movement has been really fun to watch.
Yeah, we're a little flat early on. Didn't really talk on defense, gave up some things, but settled in. I think we gave up 6 points in the second quarter. The offense have been good and missed some early shots, but when we're playing fast, it's good for us, and we played really fast there for a while.
The long pass all the way down the court, that fast play. What else can we see different in this second?
Well, we got to do a better job on the backboard. We got to rebound a little better. But we also got to maintain the intensity on defensive end. That's staple who we are. We didn't do that very well early.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck. All right, we're going to take that quick commercial break. When we come back, you'll hear some halftime stats. This is going to be a fun one to hear all about what happened in this first half.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels!
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
Welcome back into the halftime show here on WBON TV. And JT, a big 47-24 lead for Madison Central at the half here on this Valentine's Day. And the stats really show you the dominance Central kind of put together there in that first half. The game was tied for 33 seconds. Dunbar led for 3 minutes of the game. And somehow they're still down by 23 at the half, and that's because of the points in the paint, 28-10 in favor of Central. Points off turnovers, 26-5 in favor of Central. Fast break points, 12-0 in favor of the Lady Indians. And second chance points, 18-5. Lady Indians had 12 offensive rebounds there in that first half and took advantage of a lot of them.
The two stats that I was looking for, Mr. Watkins, free throw percentage. I wanted them at 70%. They are at 70%. They're right where they need to be. That's above their average. Field goal percentage, I wanted them at 51%. They're at 47. They're basically at their average. But there have been some baskets they could have easily made, and that's the difference. And you could not miss those shots come tournament play in just a little over a week away. You have to be able to make those baskets. That should be cleaned up by this time of year.
See there on the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration highlights there from the first half, and you're right. They probably missed at least 6 layups inside. A few were contested, but they had 3 or 4 just wide open layups that they missed. You clean that up, this game might be at a running clock already from where we stand here at the first half. At the moment, it's 47-24, a 23-point lead for Madison Central. We'll be right back. Second half on the other side in 2 minutes on WBON TV.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
ABR Auto Recyclers in Richmond is buying your beat up and broke down cars. Have an old vehicle sitting around that you never got around to working on, or that old wreck in the backyard that you're sick of looking at? Call ABR Auto Recyclers at 859-369-5844. Not running? No problem. If you have an old vehicle, ABR Auto Recyclers wants to buy it. Get cash for your old car. ABR Auto Recyclers, 2294 Box Ankle Road in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
At Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky, we believe in treating our customers like family. As a family-owned dealership for 60 years, we offer top-notch customer service and a friendly, knowledgeable staff. From sales to service, we're here to meet all of your automotive needs. Come on in and see our new and quality pre-owned vehicles, or check us out at jackburford.com.
47-24, your score here at the half as we welcome you back in to WBON TV. Second half about to begin here in Richmond with the Madison Central Lady Indians on top by 23 points on this Valentine's Day. Glad you're spending your Valentine's with us and hope you have enjoyed the day so far. JT, it's kind of it's a big day, obviously, but when we look into the weekend, the storms that are coming in, the rain and everybody. I've got a lot of family up in Eastern Kentucky. My parents, actually, the last 2 days have spent the majority of the last 2 days moving everything out of their house. My mom said they were leaving the bed in the guest room for them to sleep in tonight, and their 2 recliners. Who, if they're hoping that if they need to get those out, they can tomorrow. But the rain is heading our way for the weekend, and it's going to be very interesting to see if it ends up being as bad as it was 2 years ago.
Well, it's a very serious information, and I have to say, excuse me, that's why it's so important for news stations such as WBON for us to do a good job of keeping you, the public, updated about what is happening, and we do that every day with weather forecasts and breaking news updates. But it is a severe situation, and you hope and pray for the best that it's not like it was from a few years ago.
Yeah, it's the sad time. The good news is they were informed and they were prepared, unlike they were 2 years ago when we didn't really know what to expect, as we see a foul on the other end here by Brooke Campbell.
Flooding always an issue in eastern Kentucky. I grew up in southeastern Kentucky back in the hollers, and I can remember we lived down in a valley, and my father would park his truck at the top of a hill, and he would put on the high waters, and he would walk through that and go up to his truck so he could go to work.
Yeah, I remember going up there 2 years ago and, pressure washing pretty much everything that survived just to try to get the mud and the dirt and the grit and grime off of it. Hopefully it's not as bad this year, but keep those folks up in eastern Kentucky, even Estill County, they've got a big chance there with the river there going through. Could be a big issue over the weekend as well. So keep those families and those communities in your thoughts and prayers over the weekend. And again, fingers crossed it's not as bad as it was 2 years ago. We'll get back to the action. 49-26. A couple of baskets here from each team in the early part of the third quarter. Working with it here is Flynn for Dunbar. Rankin with the rebound and the shot put back up and in.
Rankin, overall, she's had some turnovers, but she has had a pretty good game, as you would expect, for being the tallest player on the court with points and boards.
At the other end, nice job by Strader, who didn't play much there in the second quarter because of some foul trouble.
But Rankin was out of position right there. As soon as I brag on her, jinx her, she was out of position. Easy two for the Lady Indians.
Well, you talked about this Dunbar team. They're very young. They've shown some potential, though. I mean, they've got some shooters, and Eric Daniels, again, obviously knows the game of basketball, played under Tubby Smith, played in the NBA. I think Rick Adelman would have been his coach in the NBA when he played for the Kings. As a basket inside, Dunbar hanging around, 51-30, Lady Indians with the lead.
You really need to get to a running clock this quarter. I would say that would be the goal, so then you can rest those legs a little bit in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Central lost back-to-back games last week. They were ranked number 8 in the state. They lost games to number 7 and number 9, sandwiched in between them. Lost to North Laurel and then Douglas here on their home floor last week before a pair of wins over Ryle and Estill County to get back in the win column. Campbell off the glass. Pretty shot by Brittany Campbell. Back-to-back baskets for her. And the lead kind of hanging around right now, that 22-point total. 55-33. Beautiful move by Smith, or make that Flynn, as she got inside, and Layla had 6 points and 4 rebounds there in that first half. And she'll go to the free throw line here, trying to add to that point total.
We called that Frederick Douglass game that the Lady Indians lost last Friday, and you have to remember they were out without Tiana Long, and that game was tied almost to the very end, and Central didn't make the last few baskets to keep it going back and forth like a ping pong match. So they run into Douglas in the 11th region tournament. Could definitely be a different outcome, especially if they move the ball the way they have done tonight. The passing has been phenomenal.
Beautiful pass inside. You right on cue. We're talking about it. And Campbell able to find Strader inside. And those two, along with Brooke, have been playing together for so long. Remember their days over at Clark Moore when they were so dominant at the middle school level. And, obviously that has carried along to the high school level as well this year, doing big things in their senior season. Final game on this floor during the regular season. We'll see if they get one more here during the 11th region tournament. Man, a nice finish for us. And Dunbar hanging with Lady Indians right now, playing neck for neck here in the third quarter. Collingsworth putting the moves on Kurtzinger. Schuyler feeds it over to Ridrikoff, guarded by Rankin. Cam driving around the defender, laying it off the glass, and a three-point play opportunity once again for Cameron Ridrikoff.
She got the lane on the left side, and we've talked all night long about playing through contact, and she was not going to be stopped one way or another. She was getting that shot up and off.
Ridrikoff over 20 points on the night, 60-37 with the free throw to come. And Cam misses it, hit the front of the rim, and the shot comes off. And now Brittany Campbell and Gorey, neither one of them wanting to give up the basketball. It will be Lady Indians to inbound under their own basket. They come into Strader. Natea spins away from her defender, finds a way into the lane, and lays it off the glass. 62-37, Madison
Central. She has an isolation matchup. Strader's going to take it all day long.
Natea, another big evening for her. Three comes off on the other end. Ridrikoff tips it to Strader. Natea going to slow things down, settle for a three, and can't get it to go. Ridrikoff, the offensive rebound, had it blocked, got it back, lost it on the way back up. Ridrikoff wanted a foul call, didn't get it. At the other end, a good hustle and a nice layup for Layla Flynn as Dunbar continues to fight here in the third quarter, down by 23, 62-39, halfway through the third.
Smart decision by Natea Strader not to play that ball. She was a little bit out of position, would have got called for the block.
On the other side here offensively, Natea kind of playing with her food, if you will, called for the travel as he tried to set up the three-point attempt. Appreciate our camera guys, Garrett and Aiden, working with us this evening. Aiden Mills, man, he's kind of a jack of all trades, can run camera, can produce the newscast, can buy my lunch tomorrow. 62-39 here in the third quarter.
I imagine if she misses the second, that Madison Central is going to do what they've done all game and get the ball up really quick to Ridrikoff.
One more free throw coming up for Kurt Singer. She makes them both. Lady Indians will try the free throw line fast break. It's been a staple during Coach True's time. I ran that when I was in school. Cam does get an open look from three. Left it short, and the rebound fought for. Campbell goes down to a knee to get it, but it will be a jump ball. The possession arrow the other way.
The Lady Indians have not been able to extend that lead to get to the running clock. It's kind of been a game of runs at times, and obviously the Lady Indians have had farther stretches on those runs, but just how the game started. It was Dunbar. Then it was Madison Central. Dunbar claws back in. Then Madison Central, another long run. It hasn't been back and forth.
Here in the third quarter, Dunbar has actually outscored Central by one. Strader for three. She'll knock it down as the defender left her open. Hand down, man down. It's 65-41 Lady Indians.
Strader's such an excellent player.
And she makes it look easy, Jada. She never seems rattled. It does a good job of keeping her composure. Gets in the lane, can post up, obviously. Good defender, good slasher, good shooter. And this year she's added, the free throw attempts have really increased for her during her senior season. As they force a turnover, Central will get it back with a 24-point lead. Inbounds to Strader. Natea will work on the defense of Flynn. They stop her in the paint, circles it back out, now double teamed, wide open long underneath, nice feed, an assist for Strader, and the basket's good for Tiana Long.
Said it all night long with this ball movement. Strader wanted the coast to coast, but it wasn't there, and this is such an unselfish team. As long as what is done is what's best for the team, so Strader, it was not there, she didn't force it. She found the opening to Long for the easy two.
Another tie-up will give the ball back to Central. Tiana up to Ridrikoff. Cam in the paint to Strader. Natea circles it back out. Three-pointer on the way for Ridrikoff, and Cam knocked down another long ball.
Beautiful shot. Steph Curry-ish.
70-41. As Cam knocks down another deep one. Here's a three on the other end, and that one will rattle out. Long rebound, tracked down by Dunbar. Lamb misses. Ridrikoff the rebound. Cameron looking up the floor, picks up her dribble, finds Strader. Natea splits a double team, gets in the lane, floats it up off the glass, missed it. Thought she might get another crack at it, but Dunbar able to grab the rebound and bring it back up the floor. Flynn crossing over, steps back, and the three won't go. Another rebound for Ridrikoff. Brittany Campbell thought about a long pass up the floor to King and then thinks better of it with minute 25 left to play and then turns it over. Campbell able to go back and get it, however. Good hustle by her. Lady Indians have numbers. Ridrikoff for three. Count it. Ridrikoff left open and knocks down another deep one. 73-41. It's been all Madison Central.
She gets such a high arch on that shot, and the higher that you can get, the better chance that it's going to come down in the hoop.
At the other end, Kurt Singer's shot won't go. Long outlet to Ridrikoff. Cam takes the bump from the defender, lays it off the glass. And a timeout, Eric Daniels and Dunbar. They're trailing 75-41. We'll be right back on WBON TV.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels. Is it here? Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I tell you what, that Nuevo looks good, JT. I'm hungry right now. 75-41 is the score. Dunbar with
maybe they
the
have
basketball.
some Valentine's Day specials.
Get a little pollo bendito in a heart shape, you think?
Good.
Saw my guy Garrett there the other day. He wouldn't buy my lunch, man. What's with these guys?
Maybe you need to get them some Valentine's Day candy with some little hearts.
There you go. Yeah, just show them what they mean to me. Ridrikoff, outlet to King. Abby King misses the layup but draws the foul. Abby, another young player for Coach Scott True. I tell you what, next year, Abby King and Skylar Collingsworth will be relied on a lot for this Madison Central girls basketball team.
Yes, sir. But we're not there yet.
King makes the first free throw. Bit of a running clock the rest of the way in the fourth quarter. Madison Central 23-2 overall, 10-1 in their home games this season, looking to go to 11-1 and well on their way to doing so. This big lead here in the third quarter. Campbell playing some great defense. Up and a turnover by Dunbar. And the third quarter clock ticking down. 77-41 as we head to the fourth on WBON TV.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Back here on WBON TV, Gage Hill, Michael Watkins, JT Elliott with us on the call. Gage Hill, our producer, cameraman Aiden Mills, and Garrett. Your last name, Garrett? Hearns, yes. Okay, Kearns. Stearns. There we go. We'll get it right. I'll get it right. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't had my hot dog from the concession stand yet, but I will be getting that between these two games, JT. Got the youngsters in, Tiana Long and Ridrikoff staying in there for Coach Scott True. As the Lady Indians play their final home game of the regular season tonight. Regular season will wrap up next Friday. We have a pair of games for you next week as King scores the layup. We'll be back here on Monday night. We'll have our Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show live from here at Madison Central High School. And then on next Friday, we'll be at Madison Southern, the Lady Eagles' final home game of the season.
You should ask the concession stand if they have specials tonight for Valentine's Day.
You know what? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. King with the steal. Abby with an outlet. And good defense by Dunbar as they get the block. A minute into the fourth quarter. Oh, Gore with a nice little Euro step and able to lay it off the glass.
I would like to see Skylar Collinsworth into the game some more, just because, like you said, next year she's going to be a leader on the team. But also, you need her for the reps in the postseason.
King will lay it off. And a steal by Dunbar. At the other end, blocked by Ridrikoff, but she'll pick up the foul.
It was with the right hand. I heard some Lady Indian fans not like the call. She did get a clean block, but it was her right hand that made contact with the lower body of the Dunbar player. That's why we have free throws.
6:25 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll stop the clock for the moment for the free throws. First one is good.
Checking in for the Lady Indians, number 25, Kinsley Collinsworth.
Did you get any candy today at school? Nobody brought you any candy?
I did have a cookie. Candy's not my thing, to be honest. I like cookies. I like cakes. I like, like your homemade desserts. I'm not a get some Skittles. That's not me at all.
No, I like in this time of year they have some like specialty candy, like the hearts and the sweet tart hearts and the gobstopper hearts are unparalleled, unmatched in the Valentine's Day candy universe. Pass kicked out to Kaufman. Back the other way, and Gore with it. We'll kick it over, and a three from Alexander is good.
I do like that Scott True's got his substitution players in, all subs right now, giving younger players reps. Very important. This game is out of hand. You have the victory. Rest your starters' legs and give younger players reps.
Kaufman threw it away. A turnover back to Dunbar.
Checking in for the Lady Indians, number 5. Stan, number 23, Haslam.
Coming into the game for Central, we've got Haslam and number 4. I think that's Stam. No, number 5 is Stam, excuse me. 4 is King. As ball tipped around, controlled. Good rebounding inside from Collinsworth. Kinsley with the rebound, and Central trying to just work the clock here. Obviously running clock. Want to try to work it down. Don't want to have any turnovers or anything.
Kinsley Collinsworth, another Clark Moore phenom that came out of that middle school girls basketball program.
King had it poked away, and she'll have a pair of free throws. The 4:45 now on the clock in the fourth quarter. Don't forget, following this one, we'll have another Dunbar Central game. The boys will square off in the nightcap of the doubleheader this evening. King's free throw, good.
Michael, you mentioned something serious earlier, which was the incoming flooding to eastern Kentucky. Kentucky Disaster Relief does such a good job in these situations, though, in getting out, getting the mobile units together to provide food and water. as well as chainsawing. That's one of the big things they do, because water, wind knocks those trees down, prevents other charities, churches from getting into those areas.
Yeah.
That's why Kentucky Disaster Relief, they're usually first on the scene, and that's one of the big things they do is chainsaw, so then people can access those areas that need support.
Yeah, again, hopefully the rain and everything we're supposed to get this weekend breaks at some point before it gets as bad as they say it could potentially get. Here's good defense as Haslam will knock it loose. Leah has played in 9 games this year for the Lady Indians.
Barely over 3 to play with this running clock game. All subs in for Madison Central.
Here's Alexander again, kicking it out. Now put it inside, it's Smith. Alexander back on the right wing as Dunbar tries to just battle it out here late in the game. Long 2 is good. This Dunbar team, they're out without 3 starters. No Bailey Renfro, no Levy, no Samia Stepp. So 3 players out. And then they also missed out on Tatum Carter tonight, the sophomore center. So this young team, even younger tonight, JT, without 3 of their normal starters.
But they have some pretty shots. They absolutely have very good shooting form. That ball comes out high. The wrist is dropped. The arm is straight. A lot of spin on the ball. So when they make those jumpers, they're nothing but net. They're not hitting rim. So they have some very good shooters.
Collinsworth gets inside for an easy 2. Or Murphy, excuse me. Yeah, Bailey Murphy on the shot attempt. So pretty shot from her. Now, I'm guessing Kinsley and Skylar are sisters?
They are.
Okay. Long 3 comes off Kaufman.
They're the daughters of Karen Collinsworth, where they got all their athletic ability from.
Long 2 is up and in. Murphy with back-to-back baskets.
This is one reason I like this. You want to see who steps up. It's next person up. Who's going to step up in these situations? Who's showing that they've been putting in the effort at practice?
I always like to see the young kids get in there and get some run, if you will, and see the potential that they've got. There's a couple of players here for Central which are, going to be starters next season for Coach Scott True. Murphy's got Forrester. This time blocked inside. Great defense by Dunbar. Off the head of Kaufman and stolen back away by Central. Haslam kicks it out to Murphy. Murphy back to her on the right wing. Now it goes to post up inside as Haslam works offensively. And she turns it over. Then Kaufman comes back to take it away from her. Under 45 seconds now left to play in the 4th quarter. And Central will throw it in. Got an injured Lady Bulldog coming over to the sideline. That's Brianna Figs. Hopefully she's okay. Coach Eric Daniels helping her over to the bench as the training staff will check on her.
Got to appreciate all the pink in the crowd and red in the crowd tonight for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it makes it easier when your team is red, but as you said, a lot of hearts out there as well. See, Deborah Campbell got her red shirt on with the pink heart on it. Gage was sporting some heart-shaped sunglasses earlier today. Murphy will run out the clock, and Madison Central will knock off Dunbar 85-50, the final score in the first half of our doubleheader. We'll step aside for a quick commercial break. We'll come back and wrap things up from here in Richmond, where the Lady Indians get a nice win over an 11th region foe. Now 3 straight victories for Madison Central. 85-50 your final score. We'll be right back to wrap it up on WBON TV.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence, to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
It's time to winterize your home, and Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration is here to make sure that your home is ready for when the snow and everything that comes with this time of year finally makes it our way. Call today and schedule a free inspection and consultation with an honest source that is willing to make sure you get what you need. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Like them on Facebook or visit KentuckyRoofWorks.com for more information.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here on WBON TV to wrap up game number 1, and we'll do so with a big night from Cameron Ridrikoff. 30 points, 5 rebounds for her. A near triple-double for Brittany Campbell, JT. 8 rebounds, 7 points, 8 assists. Great night for her, only 1 turnover. A great all-around game for Campbell. Her sister Brooke added 9 rebounds, and the Tia Strader, 24 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds for her. And a big night for the Lady Indians. They knocked off Dunbar 85-50.
The 2 stats that I have focused on all game, Mr. Watkins, free throw shooting percentage, I wanted it at 70%. They usually shoot 63%. You really need to be making 70% of those free throws. They shot 75%, so check mark that one. The other stat, field goal shooting percentage, I wanted them slightly above 50%. They were slightly below it. Tonight, 53%. So based on those 2 stats, if you can put up those stats in tournament play, you could be in the Sweet 16 for sure.
Big night for the Lady Indians. We'll see if the boys can do the same. It's the nightcap, Madison Central and Dunbar on the boys' side when we come back on WBON TV. Welcome back into Madison Central High School for night 2 of our doubleheader. The Indians and the Bulldogs from Paul Laurence Dunbar set to face off here in Richmond. And JT, it's been a fun night thus far. Lady Indians got a big win on their home floor, and now the boys will try and do the same. And you were here on the call the last time these two teams met back in late December as part of the holiday tournament hosted here by the Indians. And if tonight is any indicator, if that game is any indication, the Indians should be able to run away with another victory over the Bulldogs.
Absolutely, Mr. Watkins. Dunbar really struggled. Now, you don't raise championship banners in December, but for Dunbar, there needs to be tremendous amount of improvement from the way they played in the holiday tournament. Madison Central took care of business. They were just longer. They were more athletic. They played better team ball. You name it. And Central led every category statistically. And it was just the athleticism. They were just too much for Dunbar. Think of a thoroughbred race. It was a G1 versus a G3. There's different levels there, and you could see that in that contest. Dunbar now, historically, when you think Lexington basketball, Dunbar is one of the schools that you think about. Scott Chalk led them to a state title in the mid-2010s. And then, of course, you have the legendary Wildcat Cameron Mills that had the back-to-back state runner-up appearances there in the early 90s. I mean, it's a program that you think of when you think of basketball. I remember just a few years ago calling their district tournament championship game. They had a player named Jared Gadd who could bomb it from midcourt. Give him 2 steps past midcourt, top of the key, he's going to sink the 3. Those days and those players are gone, and Dunbar has to find the next set of super talent for them, the next set of identity for them. And you're at the time, you should at least be playing your best basketball at this time, meaning you should be able to execute your plays. That's what I would like to see on the Dunbar end. Can they improve and show that they can execute those plays? For Madison Central, they've been on a little bit of a skid after tearing up most of the season with victories. They have not been able to close out some games. So for Central tonight, you want to take care of business against this team. You want to come out and kind of do the first round knockout. Yeah. You want to end it quick and say, hey, we're back in this thing. We might have had a little skid, but we are back in it full throttle like the thoroughbred we are.
Yeah, Central 4-5 in their last 9 games, looking to get back in the win column tonight. They take on the Bulldogs of Paul Laurence Dunbar PLD, making their way to Richmond. We'll have all the action for you to tip off on the other side on WBON TV.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com.
And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At Amco Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at Amco, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And Amco has a longer warranty. Come see us at Amco Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels!
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Back here on WBON TV, you can see the pep band in attendance tonight, trying to help rally the fans and get them fired up for an 11th region matchup with the Madison Central Indians and the Bulldogs from Paul Laurence Dunbar. JT, you look at this game for the Indians, it's a get-right game for them, a game where they need to come out and win. Even with Luke Asher still sidelined with the foot injury, they need to come out, play well, get right, and get ready for next week, close out the regular season strong.
Yeah, you've lost 3 of your last 4. Injury or not, you've got to, like you say, finish strong. You got the opportunity tonight to right the ship and get on the right track. You got South Laurel coming to town Monday, who is traditionally a 13th region powerhouse. Then you have away at Covington Catholic. That is a tough game. And then you have Madison Southern. So you still have at least 3 more games. Likely could be playing several more games and make it to the region finals. Of course, you've got to get past Madison Southern in the 44th district, which would be a heck of a game. But you have to take care of business tonight, and you have to really show your stuff tonight. You have to come out strong, aggressive, and dominant in this game.
Yeah, Madison Central, they've got, and you talk about that matchup with Southern, it's going to be very, very interesting. Third time in 18 years those two schools have drawn each other in the first round. Of course, the 44th district, one of only 2 districts across the state that don't do a play and seed. The other one is the 54th district, which is up there in Hazard, featuring Hazard, Perry County Central, Buckhorn, and Leslie County. They actually seed their district by the Cantrell ratings. So the highest Cantrell rated team gets the 1 seed, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. That's how they seed their district. We're the only one that does a blind draw. And Kentucky and Delaware are the only 2 schools in the entire country that don't have classes in their high school basketball. That has to change, I think, before we ever see a non-draw in this district.
Wow, that is saying something right there. Of course, I like the seeding. I want things settled on the court.
Yeah.
And you're going to have seasons. Excuse me. You're going to have seasons where your small schools, they will have stellar years. And It's usually the unfortunate when they have that stellar years when they get the bad draw.
Well, here's the thing, too. If we did classes, and you're a Madison Central basketball fan, and now I guess it could be a little bit different. I don't know how they would do 6 classes or maybe even more. But if they did 6 classes like we do in football, imagine a district in the basketball court of of Central, Douglas, Bryan Station, and GRC. Can you imagine that? The historical programs of those 4 schools, it's tough in football. I could not imagine 4 of the top 15 teams in the state being in the same district.
Kentucky's issue is really having distance between those big schools, especially when you get into Eastern and Western Kentucky, is the distance between the big schools where they're not developed urban areas.
So Fisher will tip it off with Feldhaus, and we are underway here with the Madison Central Indians and the PLD, Paul Laurence Dunbar Bulldogs. Of course, no Luke Asher again tonight, so Joe Powers getting the start for the Indians. Feed it inside to Feldhaus. Jake misses the shot inside, but it's rebounded by Dunbar, and we'll go the other way with it. Quickly inside, and turning it over is number 11, Asher Horn, the second leading scorer, or the top scorer, excuse me, for Paul Laurence Dunbar. Bulldogs trying to defend here. Get it up top to Feldhaus. Does Madison Central. It's over to Cody Morrison. Morrison out to Richardson. Will leans in for 2 and puts it in.
Very nice look. Very nice jumper for Richardson.
And for Central to make a run in the postseason, Richardson and Morrison have to score in double figures. Feldhaus can get you 25. Asher can get you 19. They need Morrison and Richardson to consistently get, 12 to 15 points. And if they do that, they can hang with a Great Crossing or a Frederick Douglass, but they've got to find ways to get their wing players to score the basketball.
Yeah, let's play hypothetical that Feldhaus is against Moreno in the 11th region tournament, face guarding each other. They're going to limit each other's production. They absolutely will.
Kind of cancel each other out.
Yes.
Powers to Richardson, swung over to Steele. Cam on the drive, back out to Richardson. He'll pump fake, behind the back dribble, get inside the lane, kick it out to Steele for an open 3. We need some of that, too, from Cam Steele. For Central to get to where they want to get to, he's got to be able to knock down the open shot. He does there. It's a 5-0 lead. Right now, JT, there's not much pressure on Central. And these young players, I say young, I mean Steele and Richardson, all those guys got a lot of PT last year. But in a big district tournament atmosphere, in a big 11th region tournament atmosphere, can you knock down open shots? Can you defend the athletes that Great Crossing and Bryan Station and Douglas can throw at you? Basket inside is good, put up and in by Cage Taylor.
And as you said, only the 3rd time in 18 years, and that draws eyes.
Feldhaus off the glass and in on the offensive rebound. 7-2. Indians out in front. It's been fast-paced back and forth here in the early going.
But that draws eyes. That draws viewers, spectators. That draws a larger crowd. Can you handle that atmosphere as well?
Taylor with it on the right wing. He'll step back and pull the 3. Comes off. You are not going to out-rebound that young man. Feldhaus goes up and rips it away from the defender. And Morrison blocked at the other end. Ends up in the hands of Richardson. Will out to Feldhaus. Open 3 for him. Puts it in. Timeout PLD. A quick 30-second timeout as Feldhaus knocks down the long ball without his front court running mate Luke Asher with the foot injury. Feldhaus knocks down the 3, and it's a 10-2 lead. JT, a nice little start for Madison Central. Got a three-pointer by Steele. Richardson's got a layup or a jumper, and the Indians on top by 8.
You mentioned other people getting double-digit points. That's what we need to see tonight. You need to have those victories to say, hey, I can do that. I can score 12 to 15 So if I can do it tonight, I can do it against Madison Southern. I can do it against South Laurel. I can do it against these other games that are coming up.
So we're near the 5-minute mark, 3 minutes into the first quarter. All thrown over. Central playing a little, three-quarter court press. It's in the hands of number 14. That's Dominic Falker. He missed the three, and Feldhouse has it for the Indians. Jake. Over to Morrison. Cody puts the dribble down. Gets it up top to steal as Coach Alan Feldhouse Jr., the Hall of Famer, the legendary coach, calls out the signal. They're going to run the lob play for Feldhouse. Jake!
There it is.
Oh, my goodness. What a pass from Steele. Jake will catch it with two, slam it with one. It's a 10-point Indians lead.
That was the old John Calipari call right there with the dunk to Anthony Davis.
Falker gets the ball inside. Man, Feldhouse just rips it away and swats it out of bounds. And Jake, you look at him out there, he's tall, kind of skinny, but he is so strong with his upper body strength and obviously a great athlete. Here he is inside defending as the jumper will go down. Pretty shot for Cage Taylor as he puts it in.
And smart, too, there. He knew he could not get the block on that shot, so he immediately turned, posted up, hoping for the rebound.
Indians with the ball with an 8-point lead. Under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Richardson to Powers. Lob it up to Feldhouse again. This time he'll go up, bring it down, go back up, and lay it in. Great pass from Powers. That was one of the things, early on in the season when I talked to Coach Feldhouse, it was right after their holiday tournament, I believe, in early January. We talked about Jake and how he fits in with this team as Richardson misses the layup inside. And one of the things that Coach Feldhouse said was, Jake has fit in so well with these guys. Almost immediately came in. They were all friends. And, when we interviewed Jake after the golf team won the state championship, Jake said all the guys on the golf team knew he was coming before he even knew he was coming to Madison Central.
News spreads quickly.
Richardson with it for the Indians on the right wing. Got to watch Ricky Goatley. He's wide open here on the left wing. Good shooter, and he knocks it down.
And you have to enjoy the fact that I just love to see players drop their wrist, knowing they're putting the spin on the ball, making a softer shot.
17-4. Indians putting the press on once again. Try to force some turnovers and again build this lead. Ball is kicked out into the corner. A three on the way. Comes off. Goatley grabs the rebound. Ricky on the drive. Kicks it out to Richardson. His corner three. Comes off. And good hustle on the fight for the rebound. Lawson tried to get it.
Arrow favors Dunbar.
So the Indians will set up their press defense. 17-4. 2.5 to play in this first period. Comes the Bulldogs the other way. Lawson, good defense, stripped it loose as Horn went up with the basketball.
Dunbar is showing a little bit of frustration already.
Horn will inbound. He'll come in to Taylor. Swing it over to Falker. Dunbar in the black, on black, kind of Georgia Bulldog-esque color for PLD. Ball off the foot of Horn. Lawson trying to battle for it. We're going to have a backcourt violation called against the Bulldogs. And JT, kind of some stagnant offense there as the Indians defense forces the turnover.
They know that they have trouble penetrating the paint. They've had several blocked shots. So they really are disrupted right now. Again, you can look at the frustration when they are on offense. They're not for sure what to do.
Lob up to Feldhouse again. Kind of forced in there by Richardson, trying to just feed the big man inside. They turned it over again and back over to the Bulldogs, who trail, 17-4. We're under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Pass up to Hill, runs into a defender, puts it up. Good defense by Lawson, and he hops up to grab the rebound. Richardson In the corner with it. Will on the drive. Spins away from the defense. Lawson, he'll drive in himself. Kick it out to Morrison. Cody lays it back out off to Richardson. Gets it back up top. Over to Goatley. Ricky, a little pass fake. Hang, and the floater is good.
Pretty shot. Nothing but net for Goatley.
Ricky Goatley, really good form, good shot, and that time good shot selection as he's able to knock down the jumper inside, and a foul inside on the other end will send PLD to the free throw line. It'll be Cage Taylor at the charity stripe. Oh, scratch that. It's Fisher at the line. First free throw, good. 19-5.
Dunbar not sitting anyone down to rebound, assuming that he's going to make this. I think you should always have someone in there. You never know what's going to happen. (19-6). Little over 1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Feed inside, Feldhouse to Lawson. Down on the block. Kicked it out to Goatley for an open three. Ricky feeling it early, but misses that one.
A little too hard on that shot. Hit the back iron.
Falker with it for the Bulldogs. Picked up by Steele. Good defense by Cam as the ball is kicked out, and a three on the way is up and in from Taylor, knocking down the long one. Bulldogs have cut it to 10, 19-9. Feed inside Lawson. Nice pass to Feldhouse. One dribble. Good defense. But a foul inside on Hilt will send the Indians to the free throw line.
Good strong take. Dunbar coach not very happy with that, but clearly a foul.
Feldhouse has been a monster, an absolute monster this season. Came in, kind of nonchalantly scoring a double-double. Averaged a double-double last season for Mason County before transferring here. And, we're going to talk to his uncle, Alan Feldhouse, during that interview earlier on in the season. Alan said nobody really ever pushed him to play basketball. He was such a good athlete. He kind of just let things come easy to him. Well, I think Coach Feldhouse kind of lit a fire under his nephew. And in doing so, Jake has already received 3 scholarship offers, including one from Eastern Kentucky University following a game here 2 weeks ago when he had a big night against Evangel Christian. Here's Falker on a drive. Elbow 2, no. Feldhouse with the rebound. Jake, outlet to Powers, who checks back into the game for Morrison. We'll give it over to Steele. 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Goatley to Feldhouse. Jake drives in, got a foul, got hit in the head, and a free throw to come for Jake Feldhouse as he will step back up to the line where he split a pair a moment ago. One more attempt here, but the Indians on top, 22-9 and 5.8 remaining in the first quarter.
They can just not stop Feldhouse underneath. He just has too much athletic ability, and he is too strong. They're not for sure how to stop this young man.
Got a foul as Feldhouse makes it a 23-9 lead with 3.8 to play. It'll be Taylor to inbound in front of his own bench. Comes into Falker. Steele got the steal. Won't get a shot off, though, as the quarter comes to a close. Good defense. Indians forced a turnover, and they lead 23-9 after 1 here in Richmond on WBON TV.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Hall & Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Hall & Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Hall & Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Hall & Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Hall & Sons Auto Care.
Back here on WBON TV, Gage Hill, our producer tonight on this Valentine's Day basketball action for you. JT Elliott joining me, Michael Watkins, here on the call. Appreciate Garrett and Aiden, our cameramen this evening, as we come at you live here at Madison Central High School.
Did you know, Mr. Watkins, that the head coach for Dunbar, George Baker, played at Dunbar as well as Georgetown College?
I did not. And I like seeing guys go back to their alma mater and try to, build up the programs once again. Dunbar, you talked about it for so long. They were one of the top teams in the 11th region. They've kind of had a big fall from grace, but they're trying to make their way back to the top.
This is his first year as the head coach of the boys Bulldogs.
Lawson able to make a pair of free throws to push it back to a 25-9 lead, a 16-point advantage. Falker turns it over as Goatley gets the steal, and Ricky will lay it in, showing off his athleticism. He's got 7 points here in the first half. Like to see the confidence from Ricky Goatley as he goes right back to playing some good defense on Falker.
He has got his hand on the ball several times, and he is one that you expect to hear his name called in the postseason. He's a player they need.
Lawson playing good defense, but tried to swipe at it that second time through and picks up the foul as Asher Horn will going to the free throw line. Lawson, the backup tight end, became a big part of the Madison Central offense on the football field this past year. Had a nice connection with Carson Herbst, the sophomore quarterback of the Indians football team, and I would expect those two to kind of connect a couple of more times next season, with Nate Ogle, the senior tight end, signing to play at Georgetown College after he graduates this year. Horn splits a pair, 27-10. 27-10. There we go. It said 7 for a minute. That's where I was confused at. But we got 27-10 now. 7:13 to play. Goatley's got it up top for the Indians. Powers to Feldhaus. Jake swing it right side to Steele. Spots up, misses the 3. And the rebound hauled in by Falker.
I don't think Feldhaus liked that shot option on that last one.
Yeah, Steele had a clean look, but it was not really as part of the offense, or it didn't look like it was part of the offensive set. Dunbar with it, swinging it over. Over to Falker on the right wing. Goatley defending. Now it's Taylor. He'll try a 3 from the left side. Hit one a moment ago from the right. This time misses, and Steele grabs it for the Indians. Lays it off for Goatley. Oh, what a pass inside. Feldhaus got his defender in the air, but that was a beautiful pass. Gage, can we take one more look at that dish from Ricky Goatley? Check out this pass, folks.
So pretty.
Just gets it and immediately just launches it into Feldhaus, who was cutting in. Nice pass, and Jake will go to the free throw line for a pair of shots. Split 2 free throws earlier in this quarter, and he's right back there once again with a 27-10 lead, and misses the front end.
We spoke earlier about the Indians' defense frustrating Dunbar. You could see it on that last one, not necessarily the expression on their faces this time, but they had no one trying to get into the paint. Everything was on the perimeter. So the defense of Madison Central has already adjusted the gameplay of Dunbar.
Feldhaus misses both free throw attempts. Dunbar back the other way. It's in the hands of Falker. Indians in a 2-3 zone defensively. I got active hands for Coach Feldhaus. And, remember Coach saying a few years ago he did not like playing a zone. But you got the kind of length that these guys can throw at you. Might not be a bad idea. That shot comes off as Carpenter misses the long 3. Richardson has it on the other end. A big size advantage for Feldhaus inside with Falker. They get it to him, and Jake had it stripped away. Carpenter comes in to claim the steal. He'll bounce it inside and blocked by Joe Powers. Joe showing some power as he swats that one away. Great defense, and Dunbar will inbound under their own basket, down by 17.
You cannot bring it in that paint. We've spoken of that just moments ago. You are going to have a hand at that ball if you bring it in the paint.
Dunbar turns it over, and the Indians will get to inbound under their own basket themselves now. With 5:35 to play in the first half, Indians have the starters in there. Powers in for Luke Asher this evening. Steele comes into the corner to Richardson. Will swing it over left wing to Morrison. Now down in the left corner, it's Cam Steele. Finds himself open, kicks it back up top to Powers. Richardson open for three, and Will can't knock it down. And that one was halfway down. Found a way to come out. 5:17 to play. Falker, pretty crossover. Drops it off, and it's stolen away by Richardson. Will has to go back to corral it. Now gives it off to Steele. Cam on the drive. Out to Morrison. Open three for Cody will go down. And it's 30-10 Indians.
Points off of turnovers.
Great decision from Cam Steele. Drove it in, kicked it out. 3 points for Madison Central.
And one thing I like about Coach Feldhouse, I am a huge fan of just man defense, but zone's fine too if it works effectively. And as you said, if you've got the reach to do it at this level.
Powers gets the rebound. Steele, long outlet to Richardson, and Will lay it off the glass. 30-10, and the Indians just building this lead here in the first half, on top by 22 points as we near the halfway mark of quarter number 2 in Richmond. Carpenter. And we got a whistle. Powers going to be called for the foul.
You have to just tie that up instead of reaching. If you're going to go for it, get both hands to the ball and just try to tie it up.
Goatley checks in. Central will go a tad small here with Goatley, Steele, and Will Richardson in the game. Get a little bit more shooting on the floor with Goatley and Richardson out there together to kind of space the floor. It's in the hands of Falker up top for the Bulldogs.
That speed will guard the perimeter.
Deep three comes off. Long rebound was tipped out, I believe, by Morrison. It will stay with the Bulldogs.
That's a nice adjustment by Feldhouse because nothing is happening on the interior in the box. So start guarding the exterior, the three-point line more, and you can completely shut them down.
Goatley sneaks in for a steal. Great defense. Morrison will get an assist as he finds Steele out in front of the pack, and the Indians now on top, 34-10.
Points off turnovers has been the story for this Madison Central defense.
Feldhouse came in, almost got a block as Hilt able to finish. Long pass up the floor to Steele. Baseline drive. Feed inside. Feldhouse missed the layup. Got it back this time. We'll go up a little bit stronger with it as he pads the stats, gets a rebound, and then 2 points.
You could tell he was frustrated when he missed that shot. He was disappointed in himself and was not going to miss the chance at redemption.
I think he was expecting some contact, and it didn't come. That's why he left it a little bit short. As the Indians will have
Christian Lawson checking into the game.
And
for
Feldhouse gets a seat.
I still like Ricky Goatley so much. I think he can be an X factor for Madison Central in the postseason.
Well, he's got great shooting ability. At times, his decision-making isn't the best as Lawson gets in. Reverse layup is good, and a free throw to come for Christian Lawson.
3 points, the old-fashioned play, and the same stats that I had for the girls are the same stats I'm looking for the boys. That's field goal percentage increased above your average and increasing your free throw percentage.
38-12. Lawson's free throw is good. 39-12 with 2:52 remaining here in this first half. Of course, Dunbar will be the host site of the 11th region tournament this year. They were the host site last year. They'll be right back there this season hosting the tournament. Hopefully have it back at Eastern Kentucky University next season. Bulldogs work it inside as Richardson comes in for the steal. Outlet to Morrison to Lawson, who was trying to be a little too fancy with it, and they turn it, or they missed the layup. Quickly Dunbar back the other way. Lawson came in, and he was skying up. And tell you what, Christian Lawson is all over the place, JT.
He went full Superman on that. The sky's the limit. He was, jumping over buildings faster than a speeding bullet on that block.
First free throw is good, as Blevins knocks down one of two. See if he can make the second one here. Cut into this deficit some more. It's 39-13. Central with the lead. Second one up and good. 39-14. Here's Morrison. Cody. Get it in the hands of Richardson now. Goatley. Bounce pass. Morrison at the free throw line. A lot of hands swiping at it. Cody leaned in, got a good look, but missed it. Offensive rebound goes to Goatley. Ricky out to Richardson. Open three. Puts it in.
Got it. Such good ball movement by Goatley. Drew the defender to him, then released it.
42-14. Falker kicks it over. Now it's in the hands of Blevins. Double team, splits it, and Falker tried to save it. Great job, he did save it. Hilt will drive in and lay it off the glass. That was actually Asher Horn getting the basket for Dunbar. Richardson with it for the Indians. Gets it right back. Same spot he hit one from a moment ago. Misses it this time. Morrison had the tip, missed the tip opportunity, and here comes the Bulldogs back the other way. Down by 26. We near the 1 minute mark of this second quarter. Offensive rebound hauled in by Daniels. That's Eric Daniels. I wonder if that's Eric Daniels' son.
That is a good question. Probably a high probability of that.
Three-pointer from Horn comes off. Goatley on the attack the other way for Central. Ricky drives in. Floater is good. How about Ricky Goatley? 9 points off the bench in the absence of Luke Asher playing so well tonight. And the Indians up by 28.
X factor. I still believe it. Postseason, he is the X factor that people need to be aware of if you're going to play Madison Central.
Would love to hear the thoughts from Coach Alan Feldhaus about Ricky and what he's seen from him tonight, the confidence that he's playing with, and how that could be a big factor in the postseason. Lawson with it, fouled, and with 22.6 to play, Christian Lawson has a chance to give the Indians a 30-point halftime lead.
We were expecting Madison Central to come out and take this game start to finish. That is what they have done in this first half. They are getting back to the style of play that has made them successful this season.
Officials deem everything ready, and Lawson will shoot the two. Christian makes the first.
Checking up from Bulldogs, number 34, Terrell Fisher.
Fisher back in the game as Clayton Hilt heads back to the bench for the Bulldogs. One more free throw for Lawson. Makes them both. Pretty shot, pretty form as Lawson playing well off the bench. 30-point lead for the Indians. Under 20 seconds to play. Falker. Oh, Horn almost traveled with it. Ends up in the hands of Blevins. He'll drive in on Lawson and lay it up. Pretty athletic move from Blevins.
I thought Lawson was going to take the charge on that one.
Richardson will he get it off in time? He tried to just throw it up and threw it out of bounds with 0.4 to play at the first half. (46-18).
Dominant first half by the Indians.
Very impressive. Falker will heave it up, and the first half comes to an end. Samantha Burford going to try to track down Alan Feldhaus and get his first half thoughts. His team with the big lead at halftime as we send it down to Samantha Burford.
Don's Day. That's a first half that what you like to see. First off, let's talk about your defense and how you guys are really frustrating this Dunbar team tonight.
Yeah, our press worked pretty good. We played some 2-3 there at the end because we had to go to some 2-3 last night, and it was absolutely horrible. So really worked on being a little bit more active with our hands and bouncing on your feet, moving, and just a good chance to work on something like that. Because we've been struggling without Luke, and this is kind of like starting all over again with some different rotations. So we need a good positive game moving into this last week of regular season.
Well, I think tonight is it so far in this first half. But let's talk about some fun stuff, actually, like the block shot that we've had, the Superman move. You've got to be happy with Powers, Lawson, Goatley, Feldhaus, all the team.
Yeah, Ricky really played well last night coming in off the bench. Both my point guards played well last night. And we just needed something positive. I've been kind of worried about their psyche. We know we're a pretty good basketball team, but been struggling a little bit, and it's the wrong time to be struggling. So we needed a game like this,
especially without Luke Asher.
Yeah, and we're hoping by the end of next week Luke will be ready to go.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. All right, we're going to send it back to you guys, and I'll get the stats for you all, and we'll be right back right after this message.
ABR Auto Recyclers in Richmond is buying your beat up and broke down cars. Have an old vehicle sitting around that you never got around to working on, or that old wreck in the backyard that you're sick of looking at? Call ABR Auto Recyclers at 859-369-5844. Not running? No problem. If you have an old vehicle, ABR Auto Recyclers wants to buy it. Get cash for your old car. ABR Auto Recyclers, 2294 Box Ankle Road in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Co-Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
At Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky, we believe in treating our customers like family. As a family-owned dealership for 60 years, we offer top-notch customer service and a friendly, knowledgeable staff. From sales to service, we're here to meet all of your automotive needs. Come on in and see our new and quality pre-owned vehicles, or check us out at jackburford.com.
I love this car.
Thanks. Go Colonels. Is it here? Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram, or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Welcome back in to Madison Central High School, and at the half, it's the Indians on top, 46-18. How about this? I don't know if I've ever seen this, JT. The first and second quarter score the exact same. Central outscores Dunbar 23-9 in each of the first 2 periods. as they go on to take this 46-18 lead. JT Elliott joining me, Michael Watkins, here on the call on this happy Valentine's Day edition of High School Hoops on WBON TV. And how about Ricky Goatley coming off the bench, 9 points for Madison Central, playing very well. He and Christian Lawson combining for 16 points off the bench for the Indians. And obviously Jake Feldhaus has been so good this year. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 6 of 8 from the field. Knocked down his only 3-point attempt. And the Indians as a team 5 of 12 from the 3-point line there in the first half.
I'm going to go with the tried and true, nothing new. If you've listened to the broadcast tonight, the two things I want to see, field goal percentage above 50% and at least 70% from the free throw line. Well, we're at 70% from the free throw line in the first half for the Indians. Check mark that one. Field goal percentage, almost 55%. So check mark that. They're doing what they need to do to be prepared for a successful postseason.
Looking good there the first half. Defense playing well, turning into offense. 12 turnovers forced by Madison Central, and they had 20 points off turnovers, doing a great job of forcing Dunbar to turn the ball over and then getting easy baskets at the other end. That's how they built this first half lead. And JT, even though you're not going to be able to force those same type of turnovers against teams like Madison Southern, who you will see in the postseason, possibly a Great Crossing or a Douglas or a Bryan Station, but it does give you confidence. And for these guys on the other end, for a Goatley and a Christian Lawson and for Richardson and even Cam Steele, who hit a 3 there in the first half, for them to see the ball go through the net, that's an important factor tonight. They've only scored 40-something points in their last 2 games. They've got to be up in the 60s if they're going to try to contend with some of these other 11th region teams.
Yes, sir. You've got to make buckets. That's why I've stressed that field goal percentage, free throw percentage. We've mentioned this kid's name all night, and Coach Feldhaus did at the half.
Yeah.
Got to find a different nickname other than the X Factor, because I am more and more impressed every second he's out on the court, and that's Ricky Goatley. And you're talking about building that confidence in shooting, but it's everything that you do. All those drills that you go through on having your hand positioning for defending the dribble and for defending passes, and then you get a steal, you're like, okay, that's why I've been doing it. My hands were in the right positioning, and it works. Those are wins. All those are successes that shoot your confidence through the roof at the right time of the year.
46-18 at the half, second half on the other side. When we come back in 3 minutes on WBON TV.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you. It's time to winterize your home, and Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration is here to make sure that your home is ready for when the snow and everything that comes with this time of year finally makes it our way. Call today and schedule a free inspection and consultation with an honest source that is willing to make sure you get what you need. Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration. Like them on Facebook or visit KentuckyRoofworks.com for more information. Back on WBON TV, and they're setting the mode for us here tonight. A little, let's get it on.
It is Valentine's Day.
Who was it?
Love
Sing
is
that
in the
song.
air. Engage.
Marvin Gaye. There you go, Gage. So here we go, back to the action. Third quarter now underway at Madison Central High School. The Indians at 28-point lead at the half. They'll try to add to it here in the third quarter, see if they can get another running clock against the Bulldogs like they did back in late December. A steal on the opening possession. Will Richardson will drive in, and not the best fast break opportunity.
I know on the Dunbar end, Coach Baker was working at halftime with his players posting up. So the question is he looking to go more towards the paint, posting up on the boxes, trying to get those bank shots in? We shall see.
Got a whistle and a foul inside.
First foul of the second half. First team foul for Dunbar. They still have 4 timeouts left. Madison Central has all 5 of their timeouts remaining.
A lob play to Morrison. Cody bounces a defender off of him, and then we'll shoot a pair of free throws.
We'll see if they stay above that 70% marker. He needs to hit both of them to keep that up.
So Cody at the line. 2 shots coming. First one up and in. One more free throw coming up for Cody Morrison. Madison Central with this big lead here in the early portion of the third quarter. 7 points away from a running clock. And Cody hits both.
Michael, I went to college at EKU's rival Morehead State, and Kyle Macy was the coach. And when he was there, we had some good teams, and we led the nation in free throw percentage.
Yeah, Macy was known for his free throw shooting when he played at Kentucky.
So that is why it's always one of my expectations, why I expect teams to shoot the free throw well, because that's what I've seen up close and personal.
Falker with it for the Bulldogs. He'll bounce it inside. Ball poked away, stolen away. Richardson comes away with it. Outlet to Feldhouse. Jake left wide open. This is the 3, and Falker has it for the Bulldogs. He'll attack. Good contest by Feldhouse, but the shot still good on the floater.
Faulkner barely got it over, but it doesn't matter if it's over by a foot or over by a centimeter as long as it gets over that hand.
Feldhouse almost lost it. Good defense inside by Taylor. Jake will get it back, and there's a foul from behind. This going to be called against Fisher.
You can see Fisher shake his head at Coach Baker, basically saying, what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Jake just so physical inside, doing a good job of shielding the defender off. Here's Steele. Got us up a play here for Feldhouse. They do get it to him. Jake will drive in and miss the layup. Indians miss an opportunity there as the Bulldogs work it back down the floor. Up. They go to Taylor in the corner. He'll drive in on Powers. Kick it out.
Under 6 minutes to play. Spin inside, and we've got a whistle and a travel is called.
Yes, sir. And Faulkner knew that he traveled. You could see him tapping his chest afterwards. He knew he slid on that turn.
It's Powers over to Richardson. Will bouncing it down to Feldhaus. He'll get the one-on-one matchup, then kick it out to Steele over to Morrison for three. And Cody's shot rattles out. Feldhaus able to go up and secure the rebound. Spinning away, missed it. And the Bulldogs able to bring it back up the floor. Taylor gives it up to Hill. Horn sets a screen. Falker double team. In trouble and threw it away. Steele with the steal. Feldhaus with the slam at the other end. Jake makes it look easy as the Indians push the lead back to 30. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
I could do that on an 8-foot goal.
I kind of want to see it. And I'm not doubting you, but I want to see it. They don't call you JT Air Elliott for no reason, right?
Might need a trampoline even to do that.
Morrison to Richardson here on the left wing. Powers lobbing it up to Feldhaus. Jake tips it to Morrison. Cody drives. Had an open three, but didn't take it. There's a foul inside called against Clayton Hilt.
There are times they just try to force that lob. You mentioned it in the first half. It's effective for them when it's a set design play. But when it's just a post up, it has not been functional.
Yeah, they got the lob earlier in the game from Steele to Feldhaus. Richardson has it here on the inbound into the corner. Morrison, oh, what a pass to Powers, and Joe will go to the free throw line. Nice design plays. They get the defense going one way. Powers cuts back door the other, and 2 free throws are the recipient for Joe Powers.
Wonderful design play and execution. First one does not drop. Second one up. Rattles in and out. Feldhaus is there again.
Jake might have got fouled a little bit. Looks over to his uncle, Coach Feldhaus, as the floater by Falker is good. 50-24. Jake back the other way. Missed the layup again. Battling for his own rebound. And he and Fisher, little body blows as Steele will miss the layup himself. And there's a foul on Feldhaus as he went over the back.
Physical play on both ends.
Indians will have Taylor inbound. Falker gets it across the timeline. His team down by 26. Pass up top goes to Horn. He'll kick it back to Falker. His three way off, and the rebound hauled in by Fisher. Able to get away from Feldhaus and track it down. Taylor will drive on Morrison and put it in. 24-point lead. Powers left wide open. Missed the three. Richardson can't get the offensive rebound. Dunbar on a mini little spurt right now as they've cut that deficit down to 24. Taylor going to drive again, and this time Morrison will pick up the personal.
Indians do have subs coming.
3:23 remaining in this third quarter. Madison Central with a big lead, JT, but give credit to the Bulldogs for not going away in this one.
Yes, they were on the edge of the running clock, which we thought would definitely happen, but they are fighting it right now. And the field goal percentage has not been as crisp for the Indians in the second half. Goatley and Lawson coming back into the game.
Yeah, Goatley checking in after a great first half. Had 9 points in 9 minutes of action there in that first half, and he'll check in and run the point guard duties with Cam Steele on the bench. Second free throw good, so Taylor splits a pair, and the Indians lead by 23. Goatley kicks it into Lawson. Christian double teamed, got in trouble. We got a tie up, and the possession arrow will keep it on this end. Feldhaus got hit in the face a moment ago. He's out there look like he's trying to realign his jaw, if you will. He'll get the entry pass. What a nice pass from Feldhaus as he just tips it down inside to Lawson. And the Indians back on the board, 52-27. Goatley defending Falker. Ricky right there defensively. Good job as he hounds the point guard for Dunbar. Taylor gets loose. Stops, pops, knocks it down.
Nice jumper.
On the long two.
Give credit where credit is due.
Goatley will answer. Nicely done. Nobody picked him up, but he went coast to coast with it on the inbounds pass. Great job to knock down the basket for Ricky Goatley into double figures now for the Indians.
I know that was Allen Iverson's nickname, but that might be his, the answer.
Man, Taylor is on fire here in the third. Knocks down the three. And how about this? Dunbar at one time trailed by 30. They're down by just 22 now, and a good job of battling back. Cody Morrison, pump fakes, leans in. He'll knock down the long two. Indians
Such pretty
needed
execution.
Got to stop the bleeding for a moment with 2 minutes to play in the third. Falker. Great job as they don't allow the pass to Taylor, who can't miss in this third quarter. Instead, it's Horn who finds a way to rattle one home. 56-34. Goatley to bring it up the floor for Central. Falker defends. Goatley crosses over, swings it right side to Richardson. Now in the hands of Feldhaus. Goatley on the drive. Oh, nice dish, and Lawson lays it in. Those two guys off the bench playing so well tonight. Goatley gets the assist on the Lawson basket, and it's 58-34.
Very wise substitutions for Coach Feldhaus, putting Lawson and Goatley in the game.
Falker misses. Goatley the rebound. Indians have numbers. Goatley decides to lay it up himself. Count the basket and a foul. Finger rolling it up is Goatley. 13 points on the night and a free throw to come.
Michael, I thought he was going to dish it off,
I did too.
but he did not.
And a great heads-up play for Goatley as Coach Feldhaus now brings in Powers and Steele back to the game.
And number 10, Cam Steele. And also for the Bulldogs, number 5.
Goatley with the free throw can push it back to a 27-point Madison Central lead. Makes it 61-34. Carpenter with it for the Bulldogs. Still good pressure defense as Carpenter made its way up the floor. Carpenter. Over on the right side. They're going to feed it in to Taylor. Up top, Carpenter. 40 seconds to play in the third quarter.
That's the defense we were used to in the first half, keeping them outside of the box.
Taylor puts his head down, drives in, blocked by Powers. Feldhaus on the outlet to Lawson. Christian saves it, but right to Dunbar. Bulldogs back the other way. 20 seconds to play. Goatley got a hand on it in the hands of Horn. Bounce pass to Carpenter. He'll drive in, floater on the way, missed it. Eric Daniels with the rebound, and the son of the former Kentucky basketball player with the offensive rebound and the putback. Goatley can't answer the other way, and the Bulldogs quickly on the attack. Half-court heave won't go down, and at the end of three, it's 61-36. Madison Central with the big lead after three on WBON TV.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
Welcome back to WBON TV. Madison Central leading 61-36 over Laurence Dunbar. It has been all Indians start to finish. They have not been able to secure the running clock as Dunbar has battled their way back
Taylor
to shorten the deficit.
Yeah, missed inside. Great defense by Feldhaus as the Indians work it back offensively. Still walks his way into a three. Lawson got the offensive rebound. Central on the drive as Goatley lays it off for Feldhaus. Up high, down hard with the two-hand slam.
Slams it down like Carl Malone used to there with two hands, the mailman.
With velocity, 63-36 Central. Taylor over to Carpenter. Ball kicked to Horn at the elbow, and Lawson going to be called for the personal.
Lawson and Goatley, we've mentioned those names a lot tonight. Coming off the bench, being productive, contributing. Really like what they have brought to this Indians boys basketball team this evening.
First free throw good, 63-37. Yeah, Goatley made that nice pass to Feldhaus, and Jake with the flush. Central's playing well without Luke Asher, but they're going to need him back in the lineup in order to make a postseason run. Here's Powers to Goatley. Ricky, it's in the lane once again. Kicks it out to Steele. Cam, hounded by Carpenter to Goatley. Another nice feed. This time Christian Lawson, though, couldn't handle it as it goes out of bounds, but those two guys have connected a couple of times this evening.
Lawson's had a few near misses. There was that long pass where he was open from Feldhaus, and he turned right when he should have turned left.
Taylor finds Carpenter. Carpenter back to Taylor. And Taylor traveled, turned it over, back to Madison Central. 63-38, a 25-point Indians lead. And JT, it's been around this number since the midway point of the first quarter, but the Bulldogs not going down without a fight.
Right, you got to applaud Coach Baker for that. I mentioned he was out there posting up his players, having them work during halftime. Always something to improve on, and they have improved in this second half.
Goatley can't knock down the three, and they're going to say it hit the cabling above the basket. So it'll be back over to Dunbar with 6.5 to play.
But overall, you have to be happy if you're Coach Feldhaus in your team's play this game, getting back on track at the right time.
Floater won't go. Feldhaus the outlet to Goatley. Ricky lays it off for Jake, and he missed the layup. Another missed opportunity for the Indians as Daniels hauled in the rebound for Dunbar, and Goatley gets in the passing lane and deflects it.
Another disruption. He has been a star tonight, has been Ricky Goatley.
Carpenter with it for Dunbar. We dip under 6 minutes to play. They'll bounce it in to Horn. Steele comes in to swipe it away. Indians in a hurry the other way. Goatley's got it. And he turned it over. Was trying to feed it to Feldhaus, kind of off of 1 foot as Lawson comes in to get the nice rejection, but Dunbar right there to get the putback. 63-40. Steele with it for Central. Over to Powers. Back to Steele. Cam to Goatley. Ricky. Oh, nice move. He kicks it to Powers. Now it's in the hands of Lawson. Christian drove in, turned it over. Stolen away by Eric Daniels. Dunbar, good job by Goatley, just stepped on the baseline as Dunbar will keep possession, down by 23 points. Doesn't look like they'll get to that running clock tonight, JT, but you got to give Dunbar credit for that, for the way they've hung around in this contest.
Yeah, always give credit where credit's due. They did not roll over and just throw up the white flag after halftime.
Horn will come in to Taylor. He's been the man in the second half, misses here, and Morrison able to track down the rebound. Powers on the left wing. They're looking inside. Joe gets it back and misses the three-point attempt. Feldhaus right back up and in.
Such a strong board by Feldhaus and a strong take back up.
Jake's been kind of quiet in the second half.
Central in that zone that Coach Feldhaus talked about at halftime. He wasn't pleased with the zone in prior games, so that's why they're practicing it tonight. Wants to see quick feet and hands out.
Three-point attempt from Hilt comes up. Morrison gives it off to Richardson, back to Morrison. Cody gives it back to Richardson. They play a little pass back and forth inside the Feldhaus. Jake on the baseline, and he's going to be fouled on the way up.
And this is the second time you could read Eric Daniels' lips. Fisher said it earlier. What else am I supposed to do? He's got it easy too. I've got to foul him to at least try to prevent that.
The Feldhaus at the line. Jake puts the first one up and puts it in.
Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 34, Jarrell Fisher.
Taylor will head to the bench. Coach having a good discussion with him real quick. He's played very well here in the second half, and Fisher will give him a breather here in the late stages of the ball game, nearly halfway through the fourth quarter. Falker over to Daniels. Daniels feeds it inside the Horn. Back to Daniels. Eric Daniels, the son of the former Kentucky player, misses the three. Cam still the other way for the Indians. Pass inside to Morrison. Cody draws the double team. Gets it to Jake. Feldhaus bullying his way inside. Missed it. Got it back. Too big. Too strong inside. And a free throw to come. Following the basket from Jake Feldhaus, and a chance to push this lead back up to 30.
Another and one situation. You've always got to enjoy those. To try to get three the old-fashioned way.
Feldhaus will shoot the two, or the three-point attempt, excuse me. Caps it off. And with half a quarter to play in Richmond, it's a 30-point Indians lead. Falker to get it down to Daniels. Back to Falker.
Central student body has been dressed out tonight in pink for Valentine's Day, but they've been very quiet.
Yeah, they have been quiet tonight. Just kind of soaking it all in. Like to see our two-point guard, or our two quarterbacks. The starting quarterback, Carson Herbst, and his backup, Gavin Kinley, over there, hanging out with one another. Today is all about the love, JT, and it's been a lot of love for Madison Central as the Lady Indians had a nice blowout win over the girls from Dunbar in the first game of our doubleheader this evening, and the boys looking to do the same with a 70-41 lead. Second shot up, and it's no good. Powers able to claim it for the Indians. Kicking to the corner, Will Richardson. This is the open three. Falker back the other way for Dunbar. We near 3 minutes of action to play in the fourth.
Well, here's a random trivia question for you since it's Valentine's Day and about love. So the majority of brides and weddings come down to canon in D. What's the most popular pop song that they come down to, or historic song, not a classical song, I should say, a lyrical song.
Is it the song from Twilight?
That is popular, but think it hasn't been around as long. They even played it here tonight.
Marvin Gaye, let's get it on.
No, that's for later.
It's following the ceremony.
No, Stand By, or not Stand, it was in Stand By Me, My Girl.
Ah, okay. That's a good one. That's coming down the aisle, My Girl?
Yeah, a lot of women come down to My Girl. Not Marvin Gaye.
Who sang My Girl? That was the, hang on a second, don't tell me. I'll think of it. It was a group, right? It was a group.
Yes.
I thought it was the Van Morrison that sang Brown Eyed Girl. Temptations, you're right, Gage. You are right. Gage is a lyrical genius, by the way. Or musical genius. I guess being in the same building as a radio station does have some of its benefits, but Gage has always been on most of the music Gage and I like to listen to, but we don't even play at our station. I did catch Gage playing some Mr. Brightside by the Killers earlier today.
Dunbar with all their reserves in, as well as Madison Central now giving everybody reps and minutes to contribute.
Gage, next week we should hit up the karaoke once again at Galaxy. Long shot comes up. When are you going to be back on the comedy stage, JT?
Comedy stage will be coming soon. I promise you that. Maybe they'll give me my own show.
Been over doing at the Mad Axe here in Richmond. Have you been anywhere else, or is that's kind of your place?
I do want to travel. Sometimes it's just time. Family obligations and sports obligations and enjoyable things like tonight that I get to do and am appreciative of. But there will be an opportunity where I crack my jokes again.
Give us one real quick before we go off the air. If you got like a good one-liner you can give us.
Give me a second to think it over. The good thing is my jokes are clean. That was when I got into it. That was the agreement I made with my wife. She said they had to be clean. I said yes.
So they're about soap?
Yeah, soap and shampoo and toothbrushes.
We dip under a minute to play here on this possession. Maybe not. Dunbar firing up the three. It'll come off. The young guys in there now battling it out for both teams. Three comes off. Good look for Carter Heyer. .45 seconds remaining. Three for Dunbar. It's good. Nice shot put up and in. For Baird.
So here's a joke for you, Michael, but I can't claim this one, but I thought this one was good for everybody that made a New Year's resolution. You know, I made a New Year's resolution to read more this year.
Okay, have you done it?
Well, I made sure the subtitles are on my TV.
Okay, all right, yeah. Oh, that works, Yeah, my New Year's resolution was to play basketball 50 times this year. We're halfway through February. I played a total of 0 times in 2025. So.
Well, you can get a basketball right after this game.
That's true. We'll play some one-on-one, me and Aiden, after the game tonight. Loser buys Valentine's dinner. It's going to be the Valentine's Day Massacre following the game tonight. Speaking of that game, it is going to come to a close. Madison Central will knock off Dunbar 70-44 on their home floor. Nice win tonight for the Indians as they get back in the win column after back-to-back losses here in this week. And a much-needed victory for Alan Feldhouse Jr. and his team on their home floor. We're going to wrap things up. Thanks for joining us here, folks, on this Valentine's Day. We'll be back with you on this court and on this very same broadcast on Monday. Madison Central back at home on Monday for their final regular season game of the season. And then we'll have our final game next Friday at Madison Southern. But for tonight, thanks for hanging out with us here. Hope you're having a great Valentine's Day. And JT, 2 big wins for both the girls and boys at Madison Central.
Hey, no better way to show the love to the tribe that supports you and comes out, sponsors your events, than getting the win for them. So congratulations to the Lady Indians and the Indians this evening.
For our cameraman Garrett and Aiden and our producer Gage Hill, he's JT and Samantha Burford for joining us for the halftime interviews. I'm Michael Watkins. We'll see you next time on WBON TV.